Good morning. I'm Sister Kathleen Treanor, a sister of the Presentation of New Windsor, and I'm just going to share a few precious thoughts with you about being a sister of the Presentation. I was a country girl all my life, born in Bedford Hills, living in Bedford Hills. My mom and dad came to this country as immigrants from loving families, loved their country dearly, and also loved their faith dearly. So I was fortunate to grow up in the most wonderful families. I happened to be the middle child with 3 girls, and my early school days I was introduced to Sisters of Divine Compassion when I went to the parish school at St. Mary's in Katona. We were the mission church in Bedford. They were a very dedicated, marvelous group of religious women. At the age of 12, our family moved to Warwick, New York. My father had a job change, and we were enrolled in this school in Goshen, St. John's School, and it was there that I met the Sisters of the Presentation. The first sister that I encountered, Sister Mary Rosaria, was the most lively, dedicated, energized, gorgeous woman. Unfortunately, after several more years, she died as a very young sister, but she was always my first inspiration. When I was enrolled in the high school a year after the move, I met the most wonderful staff of Presentation Sisters. Mother Agnes she was Sister Mary Agnes at the time. She was our principal. She was principal of the high school and elementary. And then there was a small team of sisters, Sister Mary Stanislaus, Sister Mary Damien, Sister Mary Vincent, and Sister Mary Chabernel. And they were the heart of our school experience. Early on in my senior year, when I was meeting with Sister Mary Stanislaus in the process when I was trying to fill out all my applications for college, she asked me one simple question. Had I ever thought about being a sister? And I must say that from that day on, the grace of God was working strongly in my heart and in my life. What drew me to these Presentation Sisters, to this beautiful community, was the example of those early sisters, their joy, their simplicity, their willingness to sacrifice, their embrace of every single individual student that they related to. And they were just wonderful, wonderful disciples of Christ, loving each other and loving their life and the work that they did. It was evident in their daily lives that they lived simply, prayerfully, and authentically. And that's actually what drew me so much to these wonderful sisters. And so that I can say to you, it's more than 60 years later after that meeting, in the early part of my senior year, that I can say that truly God has blessed me beyond. God has spoiled me with inviting me into a life of a sister of the Church of Presentation.